The Philippines is an amazing country to visit or relocate to. The friendly, fun-loving people along with the stunning scenery make it an irresistible destination to experience. Having said that, there are certain cultural and social behaviours visitors to this beautiful country should be aware of before visiting. So here's a list of 5 things you shouldn't do in the Philippines. Number 1. Insult or mock Filipino cuisine. Filipino cuisine holds a special place in the hearts of locals, and it's not just about food, it's about culture, heritage, and identity. As I've highlighted in previous videos, food is a big deal in the Philippines. It's a cornerstone of Filipino hospitality and pride. When you're in the Philippines, you'll often find yourself in conversations about local food. Whether you're dining at a humble carinderia, exploring a vibrant food scene, or even just meeting the locals, the question, "What's your favourite Filipino food?" will almost definitely come up. Be a little careful when answering this question, because any negative opinion generally won't be well received. You're going to be a lot more popular if you praise the local dishes you like. In the Philippines, praising local dishes you enjoy goes a long way. Expressing disdain or mockery towards Filipino cuisine isn't just about criticizing food, it's perceived as a slight against Filipino culture itself. So when faced with a question about your favorite Filipino food, consider the cultural significance behind it and stick to sending a positive message. Number 2. Not learning basic Tagalog. One of the biggest draws in the Philippines is that it's the only Southeast Asian country where English is widely spoken. Along with Tagalog, English is an official language of the Philippines, and 68% of Filipinos speak English fluently. Having said that, when visiting the Philippines, you're missing out on the experience if you don't try speaking a bit of the local dialect. From first-hand experience, speaking a bit of Tagalog in Manila goes a long way and leads to even friendlier conversations with the locals. Tagalog in particular is pretty easy to pick up for most Westerners due to it using the English alphabet, whereas Thai, for example, is far more challenging. These days, there's numerous free apps that can get you started in learning the basics, and this will be greatly appreciated. Even if you find yourself struggling with learning basic phrases, try adding po to the end of your sentences, which is a sign of respect. Number 3. Being unaware of scams. Like every country, the Philippines has its fair share of scams, and it's definitely something you should be aware of. From taxi drivers inflating fares to bars sneaking extra drinks onto your tab, scams targeting tourists are unfortunately not uncommon. However, with a bit of awareness and common sense, you can easily avoid falling victim to these schemes. Taxis are always difficult when travelling anywhere. I strongly recommend using an app such as Grab for your taxi journeys. Using an app has numerous benefits, such as payment being done through your card for a pre-arranged price. You're pretty much guaranteed a pleasant driver as they need to maintain a positive feedback score, generally making it much safer than traditional taxis. I'm not saying this happens everywhere, but whilst enjoying the nightlife, particularly in groups, it's wise to pay for drinks as you go rather than running up a tab. This not only helps you monitor your expenses, but also reduces the risk of unauthorized charges appearing on your bill. Lastly, a word of caution regarding online dating sites. The allure of seemingly genuine profiles can sometimes lead to elaborate scams orchestrated by individuals seeking financial gain. In Asia, online dating scams are prevalent, and advancements in technology and AI only heighten the risks. Remain vigilant and skeptical of requests for money, personal information, or anything that could be used against you as blackmail. It happens a lot more than you realize, so please be careful. Number 4. Disrespecting Filipino elders. In Filipino culture, respect for elders and authority figures is deeply ingrained and plays a significant role in social interactions. Filipinos are taught to respect their elders from a very young age. When visiting the Philippines, you'll often see young Filipinos greet their elders by offering their hand to touch the elder's forehead. This is known as blessing. In Filipino culture, showing respect to elders is not just a tradition, it's a way of life. They believe in honouring the wisdom and experience of their elders, and this gesture of blessing is a symbol of that respect and gratitude for past sacrifices. As visitors to the Philippines, it's important to understand and embrace this cultural practice. When interacting with elders, whether they're family members, community leaders, or strangers, showing respect is key to building meaningful connections and fostering mutual understanding. Number 5. Don't get into confrontation, particularly with locals. Navigating cultural nuances and understanding local dynamics is crucial when travelling, especially in a place as vibrant and diverse as the Philippines. There's a well-known saying that puts things into perspective. In the United States, a hitman costs $500,000. In Asia, it's $100. While the figures may not be accurate, the underlying message rings true. You never truly know who you're dealing with, their connections, or their potential actions. Thus, it's wise to steer clear of conflicts and let the minor grievances slide. The sense of camaraderie among Filipinos is strong. Whilst it's not common at all in the Philippines, if there ever was a physical altercation involving a tourist and a local, you can almost guarantee every nearby local will help their kabayan, their countryman, regardless of who is at fault. So it's definitely worth avoiding conflict at all costs. Rather than engaging in heated arguments or disputes, opt for patience, understanding, and a willingness to diffuse tension tensions peacefully. The Philippines is a very peaceful, fun-loving country, so you should be absolutely fine. That's it for this video, guys and girls. The Philippines really is an amazing country to visit, and whether you're planning your first trip or you're returning to this beautiful country, keep the above in mind and remember that the good always massively outweighs the bad in the Philippines. Thanks for watching this far, and I wish you all the best. Maraming salamat at ingat po.